My father owned a small store.
I grew up on a potato farm.
I've lived in Maine my whole life.
This is, in their own words, discovering the big stories in our small city.
On the vision of Academy Connections,
Oh, just a sec. I gotta stay quiet on set.
Imagine your time in high school, the many different activities you had to juggle, the drama, the stress, and the homework, and yet still enjoying every minute of it, wishing you can go back to your glory days. It is comforting to know that there is still some good in the world, and here in Saco it comes from the most unexpected place. Kenneth Maxfield.
Look at SAT mandates for juniors, the flooding crisis.
As a part of the class of 2010, Ken is like any other ordinary student, taking all the basic classes at Thornton Academy, from taking math, ESEY, English, and history, but he is also taking advantage of other opportunities. Ken has been taking Spanish and also beginning television production, whereas he is also excelling it.
Because I love to work to use equipment and capture stuff for class, and mostly when I'm at my house, I usually just use my mom's camera and film stuff.
He's pretty positive. He's always volunteering for stuff.
Ken's positive attitude does not stop at school, however. It radiates wherever he goes, especially at home, where he helps out his parents and keeps them company.
He has chores, but most of the time we have to remind him.
Number one, he is positive, and that's a good thing. And you know, he's in Scouts, and he's very enthusiastic. He loves Scouts. You know, around here, if you can get him away from the television set
Or the computer.
he's helpful. He's helpful.
Yeah.
We do lots of things together. So.
But behind this innocent face lies an inner turmoil in Ken's mind. Ken has been struggling for the past few years with 2 mental disabilities. Although they are small in nature, they still affect his everyday life. Ken has been dealing with a form of autism called Asperger's syndrome and ADHD. These both can affect his everyday school life and his social interactions.
Having Asperger's sometimes it's not so bad. Like time with my classes, like instead of reading the notes, I like to talk about it so I can understand it better. And then, yeah, having Asperger's doesn't make it different. It's just a syndrome some people have, and it doesn't affect who you are. You just gotta act yourself and try to get along in life.
But, despite the odds, Ken has persevered and has joined Thornton Academy television station, TATV, and is also a member of the 2008 Boys Outdoor Track Team. Ken has become an expert with all things having to do with TV productions. Ken participates by volunteering to be cameraman, an audio specialist, or a director. While juggling his full TV schedule, Ken also runs in track. He is a sprinter running the 200-meter dash and also throws the javelin, putting everything he has into this love of the sport. He is dedicated and diligent, showing up to every practice and every meet. Ken Maxfield is always positive, no matter how tough things get. He is always there with a smile. With this smile, Ken brightens up everyone's day with his big heart.
I met Kenny about a year ago when we were both doing outdoor track, and I gotta say, he's a real great kid. He might not be the best athlete on the team, but he has a great outlook, positive outlook on life, and he's always happy. He always comes to practice with a smile on his face. And he's really just that kid who can cheer you up no matter what kind of mood you're in. And he's always willing to give you a high five and tell you a joke to make you laugh.
He practices very hard. He threw the javelin last year. This year he's running the 200 as well as throwing the javelin. He's increased his javelin throw about 10 feet from last year to this year. He a hard worker on the team. He's very positive outlook. He cheers for the other teammates as well, and he is doing quite well on the team.
So how does he do it? How does Ken participate in all of his activities with his disorder and still be in positive mood at all times?
Technically, I'm open-hearted. I laugh at stuff. If something goes wrong, I just move on. Usually, act myself. Just stay with yourself and you'll be fun. You make lots of friends.